You are listening to one of the most popular songs of the year, Cardi B, Bodak Yellow. One of the best songs of the year by far, in my opinion, and a instant chart topper. Cardi B, first on the scene this year, one of the figureheads in the most popular genre of this segment of 2017. You may have guessed it. It's music. We're talking about music, and you cannot talk about music without talking about the genre that took over music this year, rap. Yeah, rap was it. Rap was one of the major big deals. And as recently as last December, Post Malone was at risk of becoming a one-hit wonder. His breakout single, White Iverson, had made fans Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller and sent him on tour with Justin Bieber. But with the release of his debut album, Sony, fast approaching, and no new songs connecting with listeners, the future looked uncertain. Then came Congratulations. The LP's fifth single that, when officially released in January, began to explode on streaming services. By July, the Quavo-featured song had peaked at number 8 on Billboard 100, and to date, it had streamed over 1 billion times across all platforms. It also cemented Malone as a legitimate force in hip-hop so much that in September, when he released Rockstar, the first single from his forthcoming album, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, the track featuring 21 Savage reached number 1 on the Hot 100, where it remained for 8 weeks. It was a big deal. The future is streaming, Malone said. Millennials this day and age want to enjoy that easy and quick access, and streaming gives them what they want. I mean, when you look at him, it's really shocking that he could put together a sentence like that. But still, he's right. In 2017, R&B and hip-hop established itself as the leading genre in the industry for the first time that Nielsen started tracking sales in 1991. Overperforming all other genres, claiming 25.1% of total consumption and 30.3% of all on-demand audio streams. Number 2 genre, rock, accounted for 18.1%. It was a big, big deal. Rap is now pop culture, whether you like it or not. It's just the way it is at this moment in time. So it's streaming that has increased the music industry revenue by double-digit percentage points for the first time in nearly 20 years. 7 of the most 10 streamed songs of the United States were rap songs, according to Nielsen Music, and they accounted for nearly 65% of roughly 8.2 billion on-demand total streams. Apple Music head of artist curation was Carl Cherry. The latest metric are an eye-opener for those in the industry who had once doubted hip-hop's ability to move the needle. My reaction for those when those conservations started happening was like, duh. Hip-hop said, he says hip-hop has been the most influential genre in arguably 20 years. It was a really big deal, and the way they took things over was really streaming. I mean, you got songs like Cardi B, Bodak Yellow, again, that we played to come in, DNA, Humble from Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I don't know if this was the last year, but Drake had some pretty big ones this year, and, I mean, Lil Uzi Vert, Gucci Gang, of course. His album was another strong performance this year from 21 Savage. The established stars played their parts in a major way as well. Drake, Kendrick Lamar, two of the industry's most streamed artists, accounted for 5 biggest streaming weeks of 2017, with Drake's More Life logging 384.8 million streams for its songs in its debut week, the most in 1 week for an album's songs, and Lamar's Damned notching 340.6 million. I mean, again, both way more people than in the United States. Streaming has also capitulated unconventional artists like Uzi and Pump in the spotlight. They weren't the norm of what was being played on the radio, says John Fleckenstein, executive VP of the label RCA Records. But now there's this massive audience through streaming that can find stuff and take tests of it so easily. Hip-hop and R&B has long generated large streaming numbers, but there used to be a much bigger gap between what was considered streaming and a traditional hit. Apple Music's Beats One's DJ Zane Lowe said, "That's what I say, that 2017 is the year when streaming really arrived." I mean, a lot of people were on streaming way before that. Spotify was always a big thing. But now the hip-hop fans are primed to stream in many ways. Free online mixtapes have long played a crucial role in a rapper's fan base. By 2006, RIAA, the Record Industry Association, whatever, estimated the mixtape economy was responsible to 30 million to 50 million sales a year. Tuma Basa, Spotify's global programming head of hip-hop and curator of its influential Rap Caviar playlist, Hip-hop has been the most dormant culture for many years, but streaming has helped us measure it. A lot of those hidden markets are coming to the surface. Like many rap artists now seeing the mainstream success, Malone began his career by posting music to SoundCloud. The kids live online, so I knew that would be the best way to start. Plus, it's free. Streaming Surface CEO Kerry Trainer said, hip-hop culture yielded SoundCloud rap because it's all about the incredible democratization where you can reach fans directly. You don't have to deal with any labels because it's going to be independent. It's going to be a really intimate and close way of getting to your fans. So what you got now is a distribution platform and streaming that can move fast as these artists move. As low, there are no rules, and right now streaming is the best built to handle a no-rules future. Maintaining a hip-hop prominence on streaming in 2018, however, will require fresh thinking and a continued diligence by respective platforms. This past summer, Spotify launched a Rap Caviar concert series, hosting performances in the United States by top acts including Gucci Mane, Lil Uzi Vert, and Playboy Cardi. And in October, Tidal held a large-scale benefit show in Brooklyn's Barclays Center with one stage exclusively dedicated to breaking new artists. So they want to spread things out. They want to bring more people up. And, of course, everything boils down to one essential approach. It's all about staying on top of what is hot, and that will be a major takeaway for 2018 as we continue to watch the landscape play out. And this year in rap was also a big collaboration year. This year, artists like Big Sean, Metro Boomin, Future, and Young Thug team up to flood the genre and the market with lucrative joints and new mixtapes. Earlier this month, Big Sean and Metro Boomin dropped a joint album, Double or Nothing. The title's album is a pun, alluding to the fact that not one but two major artists are principally responsible for the record's creation. The 10-song collaborative features additional appearances from Travis Scott, 2 Chainz, 21 Savage, Young Thug, and Ray Shremmer's Sway Lee. Double or Nothing is the 10th major label rap collaborative project that has been released in the past 2 years, and the 8th in 2017 alone. That number does not even include the Travis Scott Quavo collab that the Migos rapper recently confirmed during an interview with Zane Lowe. So Travis Scott Quavo collab, for those of you who are just wondering, this article was done in December 18th, so it is being released. That Travis Scott Quavo collab was just released last Friday, and is Huncho Jack. Huncho Jack, that's the new album that came out, I believe. So this sudden uptick in joint albums is really curious on its face and bears no obvious creative explanation. Most of these projects don't look very different from conventional single artists and major label releases. They span 10 to 15 songs, feature guest spots from the usual gaggle of on vogue rappers: Quavo, Offset, Travis Scott, 21 Savage, etc., and traffic similar zeitgeist-driven themes: drug, money, and money via drugs. On some of these albums, not all these songs even feature both headlining artists. Often, all that distinguishes these projects from the ones collaborators normally put out is the fact that they're advertised as joint projects, so people expect them to be good, and the quality control thing that's coming out is a huge collaborative project with all the people on that record, along with people like Lil Yachty, of course, Quavo and the Migos, Travis Scott, all those people who you just see the pop up everywhere. And I mean, this is gonna be a big part of rap this year, and this upcoming year. And I mean, there's still probably gonna be a few more. I mean, January. I mean, I know it's gonna be thick of the winter, but there is going to be some pretty major stuff coming out. And I think the really direction is rap has to go from here is up. I mean, it's been a long 20-year ascent, and now I think we're getting to the peak rap, and I really like, I gotta be honest, I really like the way it's going, because, I personally have rap as one of my favorite albums, so of course none of this stops them from selling. Future's Young Thug, October release, Super Slimy, moved 75,000 units in the first week, making its debut at number 2 on the Billboard 200. Never in my life, by the way, I've ever bought a unit before. I just don't buy it from the CD and stuff. I just don't buy the CD when you can so easily listen to it on the streaming services. That's what makes streaming services so great. making its debut at number 2 on the Billboard 200. So in November, 21 Savage, Offset, and Metro Boomin's Without Warning debuted on November 4th on the album charts. So, I mean, like, what I don't understand is, like, why aren't people just taking this seriously? Because it seems like it's such a movement that's been, like, ignored. Like, a lot of a good portion of this movement has been virtually ignored by a lot of the people who are in the mainstream. They're like, all these kids with the rap today. That's still kind of in my opinion, a pretty prevalent situation, a pretty prevalent part of the rap culture here, and it's just kind of like what it made it thrive in the first place. It's that music that you don't know, your parents don't quite know you're listening to it, but it's interesting and it's fun. But now it's really immersed its way into pop culture. It was really incredible, and the power of the rap game is going to be pretty solid. So, yeah, I mean, you got Gucci Mane, Metro Boomin's joint tape from May, Drop Top Wop, and so yeah, and then around Halloween, 21 Savage, Offset, and Metro Boomin's Without Warning moved 53,000 in the first week. 32,202 from Gucci Mane and Metro Boomin. Metro Boomin's busy this year. Perfect timing. Metro Boomin and Nav was able to sell 30,000 in the first week and sneak in at number 4 on the chart mid-August. I have no idea who Nav is. Never listened to him. But I'm sorry. Sorry, Nav. While anyone familiar with the music industry won't find this explanation shocking, I think the money grab nature of these projects does kind of shine a light on an interesting development in rap's evolution. It's an indication that rappers are and their labels are trying to get well. The getting's good, and it's also a glimpse of how unprecedentedly good the getting is right now. So, in May, for the second time ever, 5 of the top 10 songs at Billboard's Hot 100 were rap songs. I Spy, Mask Off, DNA, Humble, and Lil Yachty, I Spy featuring Lil Yachty, and then X-Tour Life from Lil Uzi Vert was number 10. So in the September piece about Spotify's marquee rap playlist, Rap Caviar, Craig Marks found that Spotify and the Apple Music users stream hip-hop and R&B tracks at twice the rate they stream the next popular genre, as we talked about before, rock. And streaming is the way to go. And streaming is, like, because a lot of the people who listen to rap are young, a lot of people who listen to rock are old. I gotta go buy it from the record place. But then their kids are just like, here, Dad, I got it on my phone. I got this Lil Uzi song on my phone, and it's really good. Like, I'm young, so I have this part in me. Like, people in my school are like, yeah, duh, rap. Like, who are we kidding here? Rap is like what rap is just what's going on right now. Like, if you talk about, people actually get excited when a new album comes out on Fridays. Like, it's a big, big deal, at least in my school. And I can only imagine where it is, where we have people who are more like, not like our school is like the most pop culturally innovative place, and they still get really quite hyped about it. So, still, rap is a thing that is not going away anytime soon. So all you people who are like dissonant out there, be ready, because I'm predicting a big 2018 rap year. And with that, let's play some Cardi B.
Go fast as a horse, I got the trunk in the front. I'm the hottest in the street. Know you probably heard of me. Got a bag and fix my teeth. Hope you hoes know it ain't cheap. And I pay my mama bills. I ain't got
I could listen to this all day long. It's the Spenser Walsh Radio Network's Year in Review Show.
If you wanted to, these expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick. Cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable.
More from the Spenser Walsh Show's 160th episode right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome back